Dumb as a shit fuck, you know, cringe to her, etc., etc.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get this sentence out, we can talk about Jimmy. Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
They're coming all over the place.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
I mean, the fossil fuel industry, they weigh in so significantly. I mean, how could it be?
But the real problem is that our leaders are dumb. Dumb. So dumb. And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people. Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
Read the polls, Jack. You guys are all the same.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
I'll kiss every guy, man and woman, man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him.
Force the vote, sure, was a failure.
I liked beer. I still like beer. But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out.
But it's a class action lawsuit against all machines.
$7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
You haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
Everybody comes in, your grandmother.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce.
Hello, users, and welcome to another program. This is a programmed program where we program your brain to do, I don't know, I'm just going with something. We got a show going on today. Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully y'all are having a good time this morning. I have woken up. That's the news for this morning, is that I have awoken. I started out asleep. Actually, my day started at 4 a.m. when Max the dog, who is currently sitting behind me, I'm not sure if you can see him. Oh, here he is. When Max the dog, who is currently right here, started licking my face at 4 in the morning. Licking my face, I was licked awake. This motherfucker hops on the bed, starts licking me. I'm thinking to myself, uh-oh, is there a burglar? What's going on, right? Is it all over? Is my time come? Am I dreaming? Is this a dream? What is happening? Max the dog then immediately, upon me getting up, now he's over here, he immediately bolts to the door. He has to go poop. He's a poop dog, folks. I don't know if you're aware of this at all. Max the dog's current status as a poop dog. So he needed to go poop at 4 in the morning. Uh-oh, Max, you got my fucking cables wrapped around. He's currently dogging it up under my desk. Hi. So, I'm standing outside. I'm not even sure if I'm awake or if it's a dream. My glasses aren't on, and for those of you that don't know, I can't see without my glasses. I'm like Velma from fucking Scooby-Doo. And I'm staring at the stars at 4 in the morning. The only reason I know it's 4 is because I looked at the clock on the oven, which is situated in the kitchen, which is situated by the door to exit the home. And so I was staring into the sky. I saw the moon. Now, I can't see any other stars because those fuckers are far away and I have bad vision. I can barely see them with my glasses on. But I saw the moon and I thought to myself, is this a dream? And then I smelled the smell that permeates the air. Immediately, upon impact with the ground, I smelled Max's poopy turds as they hit the soil. And it was a brutal smell. The smell was, it was a smelly smell. To be honest, that smelled smelly. So then Max the dog comes rushing back to me, happy. And 5 pounds later, then we go back inside, and I drink a whole glass of water because I had cotton mouth because I had consumed a lot of marijuana products the evening before. I drank a whole glass of water. Then I went back to sleep. And then I woke up again and had to pee. Can you believe this shit? Because of the aforementioned water. And then I realized I am awake. And from that point onward, I started doing this, planning this program. This is a planned program. This is a programmed plan. This is a program. We're doing a show here today. Max the dog has gotten a little bit chunky since he's on exercise restriction due to heartworm treatments. So he's a little chunky now. He's gained a little bit of weight. So, you know, I've also been feeding him some treats to make him happy because he's depressed because he's on exercise restriction because he's getting surgeries. But anyway, Max the dog getting a little chunky. And as a result, his poops are getting stinkier and bigger. And I'm not sure. I can't handle this. Just can't do it. Anyway, so that's my morning. How's everyone else's morning? Anyway, so we got a show. Drinking a LaCroix today. I got some coffee. Some coffee. All right. Y'all, I'm not going to lie. This discoloration, you see it? Like, what is that? Am I getting old? Is this like, this has been like 2 weeks now? Go back and watch like every show for the last 2 weeks until I started doing this thing. Like, what is this? It's getting lighter, but it's still there. Do I have skin cancer? Like, what is that? Look at my nose. You see those nostrils? Those are some good looking nostrils. Eczema? I don't know. I don't think so. Mid-20s is hitting you hard. Shut the fuck up. Woo! Oh. Anyway, should we start a show? Should we start this fucking show? I don't even know. I don't even know what a show is. Oh. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Alright, fucking mid-50s. I'll be in my mid-50s. In the mid-50s. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I have a younger brother who was born in 2000. And you know what? I'm honestly kind of jealous. Right? Like, you never have to expend any mental energy remembering, like, either how old you are or, like, what the year is. Right? Like, you just, like, they're just one and the same. Like, that's just, like, a whole, like, group of processing power in your brain that's freed up. I'm a little jealous, to be honest. But, don't join the 27 club. I'm skipping 27. I made that decision. Skipping 27. It's just not going to happen. I refuse. I'm going to go from 26 to 28. That's the goal. Oh boy. Anyway, let's do a show. It's getting hot in here. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about climate change, motherfucker. I'm talking about the climate. It's changing. And it's not changing in a good way. Got the CNN article here. Dangerously high temperatures will last through the weekend, with millions of Americans set to experience triple-digit heat. Folks, in Europe, I believe I read somewhere that Spain was reaching 59 degrees centigrade. What? England and the UK hitting upwards of 42, I believe, centigrade. What? Or was it 32? I think it was 42. I don't know. It was really hot. I forget which one was the barrier because I'm bad with numbers. And I'm stupid. But anyway, it's getting hot in here. And I'm not talking about me. Oh, I already said that. More than 85% of Americans are bracing for temperatures above 90 degrees Fahrenheit through the weekend, with millions in the south-central U.S. expected to experience readings in the triple digits. More than 100 million people are under various heat alerts Thursday in more than 24 states from part of the American West to New England, a suffocating cocoon that experts believe will become increasingly common due to the effects of climate change. Oh, you don't fucking say? You don't fucking say? Huh? Folks, I'm not gonna lie. Reading this story, I'm gonna turn my air conditioner on. I'm getting a little hot. And I'm not talking about me. Yeah. Anyway. Got that air conditioner on. Widespread high temperatures in the mid to upper 90s and low 100s. This is all in Fahrenheit because Americans are stupid and use Fahrenheit. Will now encompass a majority of the country on Thursday and Friday, the National Weather Service warned Wednesday. The areas at the highest risk of the dangerously hot temperatures span the southwest, central, and south-central U.S., along with the coastal mid-Atlantic regions and the northeast. The Weather Service noted. The distressing heat wave has pushed state and local leaders to issue heat emergencies. Can we talk about, how many, hundreds of people die every year? In these heat waves from, heat stroke, lack of water, that kind of stuff. How many people die every year? And then, the government's nothing we can do. I heard that Joe Biden's planning on declaring a quote-unquote climate emergency. Has that happened yet? I read that last week that he was thinking about maybe, possibly, instructing someone somewhere to do something about something, to write a resolution, to write a letter about declaring something to be something that they should be looking into in the future. I heard that, but I don't think it's happened yet. But anyway, the government doesn't care about whether or not you live or die. They don't give a fuck. I mean, 40,000 people die every year in car crashes. Government doesn't fucking care, right? How many people have died from COVID? Over 1 million, right? Probably 1.3 million or so. We don't even know because the counting has been so fucked up recently, right? No one cares. I need you to understand, nobody fucking cares, right? Nobody at all. Your mom doesn't care. Your dad doesn't care. Your uncle doesn't care. Your teacher doesn't care. You're fucking, I don't know, someone else that you look up to in any way. They don't care. The only people that care are the people that have no power, and the people that have the power don't fucking care. No one cares. Right? Joe Biden doesn't fucking care. You think Joe Biden cares? Do you think any of the 100 senators care other than Bernie Sanders? Doubt. Nope. Doubt it. Again, we're just fucked. And to be very clear, not in the good dick way. At all. We're fucked. It's being a young person, being 26 in this time period. It's very strange, right? I have to live the rest of my life with the idea that the world is literally going to collapse and there's nothing that anyone wants to do about it. That's what's weird about being in this, era. Is, this era is uniquely interesting. Because we have, all these big societal questions, right? Oh, how do we fix climate change? Oh, how do we fix healthcare? Oh, how do we fix our food? Oh, they all have answers, right? All of these questions have been answered It's just that no one is willing to implement the answers. Oh, how do we fix climate change? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, we don't. Do you want to do that? Nah. How do we fix our diets in this country? 95% of this country doesn't eat vegetables. How do we fix that? Well, you know, we just look at a nutrition chart. Nah. You think they had nutrition labels 200 years ago? They would fucking, 200 years ago, they would have had great fucking success with nutrition labels. Oh, you know, there's a deadly pandemic. Should we, like, do anything about it? Nah. Oh, people are sick with preventable diseases? Nah, fuck it. All of the questions, the big questions in our society right now, the answers have existed for decades. Like, in the 1970s, we knew the answer to climate change. Has anyone done anything? Nah. Isn't that crazy? Like, 100 years ago, these motherfuckers were like, whoa, there's an airplane! Like, you know, they were trying to develop the answers to fix society, right? And then they did. And, like, the fucking 60s and 70s, they answered most of these questions. And then they're like, oh, shit, all right, society's gonna be great now. They submitted their work. And then everyone else was like, what? We don't care. Like, isn't that crazy? It's insane. Anyway, how many people are going to die this year? Does anyone want to play a game? I'm guessing 150 people in the U.S. and Canada will die from heat stroke or other illness this year. That's my bet. You know, over, under. Anyone want to play? Over, under. Let's put some money on the table. Let's at least make this fucking hell world interesting. I heard that John Romero is making a new game. That's great. Those are rookie numbers. All right, let's have fun. Let's have fun. All right, I want to talk about some stupid motherfuckers. I know, right? It's another typical show. I'm often right. I'm often right. You know, like, let's just be honest, right? Like, oh, I'm stretching my back. Ah! Holy fuck. Wow. Now that's what I call a back stretch. Wow, I'm still feeling it. I'm still feeling it. It's like when you have like a really good orgasm and it's just like staying in your system for like 5 to 10 minutes. Oh my god. Woo! Holy fuck. It's still there. Alright. I will make an exception to my anti-gambling policy. Let's go. Max the Midnight Marauder. That's a series. Alright. Let's do a show. Let's talk about stupid motherfuckers. Alright. So Democrats. The Democratic Party. Some people refer to them as the Democrat Party. Get it? Because rat? Anyway. So the Democrat, a.k.a. the Democratic, a.k.a. the Shit for Brains Party. They're doing it again, folks. They had great success in 2016. And they're thinking, can we capture lightning in a bottle? And can we do it twice? That's right, folks. The Democratic Party is doing it again. Democrats spend millions on Republican primaries. Political groups and nonprofits aligned with the Democratic Party have spent nearly $44 million on advertising campaigns across 5 states' Republican primaries to boost the profile of far-right candidates in California, Colorado, Pennsylvania, Illinois, and Maryland. Goddamn demon rats. Demon rats. Goddamn. Democrat strategy is rooted in the belief that these candidates, many of whom spread unfounded claims in the 2020 presidential race, was stolen. Reminder, Donald Trump lost the 2020 election Joe Biden won the 2020 election. Donald Trump is a loser. Joe Biden is the current president. Just throwing out there. Will be easier to defeat in the general election. Democratic spending has helped secure Republican nominations for candidates in Illinois and Pennsylvania. So, if you're a far-right Looney Tune, you don't even have to fundraise yourself. Democrats will give you all the money. In Maryland, Democrats are spending on a Republican gubernatorial primary that is still ongoing and is viewed as a toss-up. But in California and Colorado, I believe that one was declared since this article was written, in favor of the Trump loony. In California and Colorado, Democrats spent money elevating the profiles of candidates who did not advance in the general election. So they just wasted their money. Now again, this is the same thing that they did in 2016 with Donald Trump. It's the same thing. They're like, oh, Donald Trump's crazy. We'll give him all of our money. We'll elevate him. And then, uh-oh, now the whole country's paying the price. Now, here's my contention. You can make the argument that, like, oh, I'd rather face this person in a general versus this person. That's an argument. I'm down to have that discussion. But if we're spending money, $44 million, if we're spending money, shouldn't you be spending $40 million on your own candidates to boost their profile? Because even if they lose, right, you can spend that money on building organizational apparandi, boost their profile, so maybe they lose one election, they'll come back in the next. Loud fucking noise, I don't know what that was. But no, they're spending it all on boosting these Republicans. Now again, Maryland is a state. We got a lot of stupid motherfuckers in Maryland. I lived there for a while. And let me tell you, dumb motherfuckers. Maryland's one of those states where they've got a veto-proof supermajority of Democrats in the state house. Both senators to the U.S. Senate are Democrats. For the last, as many elections as I can remember, they voted for Democrats, and yet the Republican is the governor. The governor is a Republican. Because it's one of those moderate Republicans. Oh, yes. Larry Hogan. Right? So there's like a possibility, there's a chance that a Republican can win there. Right? Democrats are fucking stupid in Maryland. They're dumb motherfuckers. They're dumb motherfuckers. They're stupid motherfuckers. They're shit for brains. Right? So the idea of a far-right Looney Tune winning, I mean, it's just Looney Tunes, right? Like, these people are fucking stupid. But anyway, like, if you were to spend $5 million on, like, any grassroots candidate at a local level and boost their profile to a national level or something, that would pay way more dividends than giving it to stupid Republicans. What they've been doing is they've been basically creating adverts in the Republican primary saying, oh, this guy doesn't even think the election was blah, blah, blah. Can you really trust him? He's a rhino. It's just, like, they're just producing advertisements that are just filled with Trump talking points. It's ridiculous. I don't know, man. Like, I just, like, the leaders of the Democratic Party are so fucking stupid. Like, the problem is, like, Republican Party leadership, they're stupid when it comes to the issues, but they're smart as fuck when it comes to the strategy. They know how to manipulate people, they know how to fearmonger, and they know how to brainwash people, and they can do it exceptionally. I mean, look at this fucking stupid fucking country. Look what happened to this country after Ronald Reagan won in 1980. Bunch of dumb motherfuckers in this fucking country. Democrats, they're decent on policy most of the time. Decent. But on strategy, they're garbage. Like, they're not even, like, if you were to rank them on a 1 to 10 scale, you would want to rank them as 0, even though that's not on the scale, because they're not on the scale, because they haven't even tried at all to do any positive strategy. They're just garbage. And they're not changing. They're not going to change until they're all primaried and leave. Nancy Pelosi needs to go bye-bye. Chuck Schumer, bye-bye. Joe Biden, bye-bye. They need to go. Get them the fuck out. Jim Clyburn, see ya. Get the fuck out. Do not call back. It's over. That's what we need to say to these people. Otherwise, the Democratic Party is going to continue to be the party of failure time and time again. Look, they just won the presidency, the House, and the Senate. And what are they doing with it? Nothing at all. So, isn't that wonderful? Isn't that great? Good stuff. Good stuff. And of course, you know, gotta be honest. Anyone that would think, oh, Democrats are bad, I'm gonna vote for a Republican for spite. Like, if there's any group that's dumber than Democratic leadership, it's the group that thinks, oh, I'm gonna vote against Democrats to spite them. Oh. You ever meet these people? Like these like forced to vote burnouts that are like, oh, if I vote for the Green Party, the Democrats will feel the burn and they'll want to come and get my vote next time. You ever meet these fucking idiots? These stupid fucking morons? How did that work out? 2016, Donald Trump wins. Hillary Clinton loses. 2020, we have a candidate that was further to the right than Hillary Clinton on a lot of issues. Great job. Great job. We got Joe Biden. So, as far as I'm concerned, that strategy, a fail. You're a fail. And congrats. You're the only group of people dumber than Democratic leadership. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Anyway. There you go. Alright, we're doing breaking news, folks. Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking news! Holy goddamn fuck! Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking breaking news! Woo! Breaking news! This is a breaking news bulletin, everybody. The President of the United States has COVID. Woo! Breaking news, folks. All right. We're breaking news here. President Biden tests positive for COVID-19. President Biden tested positive for COVID-19 Thursday morning. That's today, his office said. He has, quote, very mild symptoms and is taking Paxlovid, the office said. This is a developing story. Please check back for updates. So I'm going to use this as a springboard to talk about COVID again. I know I do it every day, but guess what? No one else does, so someone's got to. Remember when Joe Biden declared victory from COVID on July 4th, 2021? And then he declared victory again in March during the State of the Union? Does anyone remember that? He's like, oh yeah, we beat it. The Democrats, we beat COVID. Remember that? Does anyone remember in the Democratic primary when Joe Biden told people to go vote in person and was against mail-in voting? During the height of the initial panic in COVID, March and April 2020, Joe Biden's campaign, as well as himself, were telling states not to delay primaries and not to do mail-in voting because he thought that that benefited him. He did the same thing Trump did. Denied COVID when it benefited him. Acknowledged it when it benefited him. Joe Biden's COVID policy was telegraphed in March and April of 2020 when he lied about it over and over and over and over again to say that there's no problem. During the Florida primary, the Wisconsin primaries, there's no problem. Go in and vote. No mail-in ballots. I'm against mail-in ballots. Go in and vote. Go and stay in line. That's what Joe Biden said? Is it any surprise that Joe Biden is such garbage on COVID? More people have died under Joe Biden's watch than Donald Trump. Is that any surprise? Is it any surprise that mainstream media basically gave up talking about COVID? Remember during the lockdowns, right? Like, depending on where you live, there were no lockdowns, right? I was living in North Carolina during the early days of 2020. There were no lockdowns. They didn't exist. It was fairy tale, right? Most of the country didn't even acknowledge it at all. But do you remember everyone, celebrities, talking about, we got to be serious about COVID. This is serious. Those same celebrities are doing concerts that are having 50,000 people, 100,000 people packed together with no masks in a sweaty room. Remember that? 2 years ago, oh, COVID's the most important thing in the world. Now, oh, come to my concert. By the way, there's going to be 999,000 people there. Obviously, I'm being a little bit hyperbolic. But again, like, these people, they don't fucking care. They don't fucking care, right? COVID is just, if it's useful for them, they'll talk about it. If it's not useful for them, they'll ignore it. And Joe Biden has been the chief architect of this kind of policy. Again, he declared victory in March and said, take your masks off. During the height of a subvariant wave, he directed the CDC to change accounting, to change transmission maps. The CDC complied. They're just covering it up. They stopped tracking the number of positive cases and tests. They just stopped caring. Now we're in the peak of the 7th or 8th wave of COVID. The so-called worst variant is here, according to CNN. And Joe Biden has COVID. Are they going to do anything? Are they going to do anything at all? Anything at all. Anything. Just one thing. Federal mask mandate? Nah. No, fuck it. COVID funding for testing so that we can bring back the original style of testing? Maybe revert the transmission maps? Nah, fuck it. That's bad for business, baby. We're on BA5. Not like fucking Epsilon or some other stupid shit. We're on BA5. Why is it called BA5? Because the groups in charge of naming variants don't want to cause panic. So they stopped naming variants after Omicron. They don't care about you. They don't fucking care. They don't fucking give a shit. They don't give a fuck. They don't care at all. So Joe Biden's going to get COVID. Well, he's got COVID. He's going to get the best care in the world. Everything is paid for. He's got the highest quality care. You get COVID, you go to the hospital, your insurance is like, nah, and you die in a hospital bed. That's the reality we live in. And Americans are so fucking stupid that they fall for the propaganda. Americans are so fucking stupid that they're done with COVID. Oh, I'm moving on. Imagine you're in the trenches in fucking World War II, right? And you just like, you know what? I'm done with these fucking Nazis. I'm just #walk away. And you get up out of the trenches and you're like, all right, I'm done. I'm going home. I'm going home. What? Motherfucker, they're going to shoot you in the head and you're going to die. Like, I don't understand. You can't, like, just declaring that you're done with something doesn't mean anything. What? Like, I just, like... But Americans are selfish nimrods. They're fucking stupid. They're dumb motherfuckers. This country is chock full of the dumbest motherfuckers on planet Earth. Dumb motherfucking zombies being led by another dumb motherfucking zombie. That's what this country is. They don't care. And they're going to continue sacrificing you. We call, like, ancient cultures and civilizations like the Mayans, we call them barbaric. Oh, they did human sacrifices. So barbaric. They would bring people up to those fucking, you know, those pyramids or whatever. Throw them in a fucking, like, you know, skewering hole or whatever. You know, throw them in volcanoes. So barbaric! We, you know, other ancient cultures burned so-called witches at the stake. So barbaric! How dare they? No due process. Burned at the stake. Yet, in the cult of capitalism, over 1 million people can die from a pandemic that was easily preventable. That's not barbaric. No one cares. 40,000 people a year can die in car crashes because of our stupid method of transport in this country. No one cares, right? 40,000 people a year die from lack of health insurance before the pandemic. That's not barbaric. That's business, baby. That's business. Next time your phone bill comes in, use that phone while you still have it on. Text fucking your phone provider and say, you know what? I'm done with the phone bill. I don't really care about it. It's more profitable if I just don't pay for the phone bill. So, see what they say? Ha! Jesus, what a stupid fucking country. Stupid fucking country. And this is the same fucking country that won't shut the fuck up about 9/11. Oh, 9/11, 9/11. I swear to God, motherfucker. If anyone does this 9/11 bullshit, I'm gonna have a lot of fun on September 11th and 12th this year, making fun of these whiny little stupid fucking selfish fucking nincompoops. Oh, 9/11 was such a tragedy. 9/11. Oh, 9/11. Oh, 9/11. Oh my God. Did you know 9/11? Fuck them. Fuck you. Fuck your stupid friend or fucking father that died in 9/11. Fuck the soldiers. Fuck the troops. Fuck this fake outrage. Fuck this fake outrage. Where is the daily fucking mourning and moment of silence, or yearly moment of silence for all the car crash victims? Where's the moment of silence for all the million Iraqis that were murdered by that stupid fucking war? Where's the moment of silence by the million Americans murdered by the US government during the pandemic? Where's these moment of fucking silences? Go fuck yourself, 9/11. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, that's my COVID rant of the day.
In contrast, Russian elections are rigged. Political opponents are imprisoned or otherwise eliminated from participating in the electoral process. The result is an absence of checks and balances in Russia and the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine. Iraq. Anyway.
I can't with these fuckers, man. Holy shit. If Joe Biden were to die and Kamala Harris becomes vice president, I believe the next vice president would need to be confirmed by the Senate. Like a cabinet secretary, I'm pretty sure. So the office would be vacant until that happens. But if the president were to die and the vice president office is vacant, it would then go to the Speaker of the House. But she wouldn't become the vice president unless she were confirmed by the Senate, I believe. That's how I'm pretty sure it works. We got some more news to cover. I mean, if you can call it news. Am I right, people? All right. Oh, folks, we're going to read some Fox News bullshit. Get your bullshit detectors on. Hold up. I need to get my bullshit glasses on. Why do I need these glasses? Because I'm going to be looking at some bullshit, so I need to protect myself. AOC denies faking handcuffs after being detained in Supreme Court protest. We're at this point now where Republicans, they just generate outrage in the dumbest ways imaginable. They just generate outrage. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Someone at the door, I guess. Can you hear that? Is that audible? Maxie! Maxie! Max! He's woofing. He's woofing. Anyway. We're at this point now where Republicans will just make shit up. Like that there's no like basis in reality. Like the sky is 69. What does that mean? I don't know. It doesn't mean anything, but it doesn't have to mean anything. Like, where's the source of the claim that AOC was arrested? The source is the police. They said that they arrested her. So now all of a sudden the cops are bad, right? Like you can't trust the cops now. And also, like this idea that she was faking being handcuffed. She put her hands behind her back because the police asked her to. It's not that complicated. And then she defied them by doing like the fucking, solidarity fist. That's not that's not a story. She went and got arrested, but it's not about being arrested because the Republicans they want to pull the oxygen out of the idea that this was an abortion right demonstration. They don't want anyone to know about it, the fact that it was for abortion rights. They don't want anyone to know. So what they're doing is they're creating a fan fiction. Oh, it wasn't about abortion rights. No. What are you, stupid? It's not about abortion rights. It's all theater. She was cosplaying. No, we can criticize AOC. That's fine. But, we gotta at least have this based in reality. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. But anyway. Rep AOC, denied faking being handcuffed after she and her fellow squad member, Rep Ilhan Omar, were arrested during an abortion rights protest near the Supreme Court. Ocasio-Cortez and Omar were among 17 House Democrats who were detained for blocking traffic at the Tuesday protest. Now again, the official Capitol Police statement was that they were arrested. So, this idea that they were detained, it's made up. The police say that they were arrested. They say that they were arrested. They're on tape getting arrested. This idea that they're detained, they just made it up, right? There's no source for it. Video caught Ocasio-Cortez being escorted by a police officer. I don't like having sunglasses on. The joke is already over. With her hands by her back in the typical handcuffs pose, she then raised a fist to the crowd in solidarity, showing she wasn't being constrained. So if she were faking being in handcuffs, right? If the goal was to pretend to be in handcuffs, why would she do the fucking solidarity fist? I can't figure it out. I can't. Okay, so she's faking being handcuffed, and the best way to fake being handcuffed is by moving your arms away from one another. That's the premier. If she's doing a play and her role is to pretend to be handcuffed, she would get an F. She failed. She's not doing the fucking script. I don't know what to tell you. It's just the dumbest conspiracy theory in the world. It's the dumbest conspiracy theory in the world. These people are insane. I mean, they're insane. It's insane. The Democrats received a wave of ridicule from conservatives for the stunt, including Rep. Nancy Mace, who tweeted, "Politics has become performative art. So of course AOC fakes being in handcuffs. Performance nut policy is the name of the game up here." I mean, the Republicans do that shit all the time, right? So, but Ocasio-Cortez fired back in a tweet. "No faking here. Putting your hands behind your back is best practiced while detained, handcuffed, or not to avoid escalating charges like resisting arrest. But, given how you lied about a fellow rape survivor for points, as you put it to me, I don't expect much else from you." So now AOC is saying that she was detained and then later arrested. So again, this idea that I just can't. It's just so stupid. It's so stupid. It's just the idea that she is faking being arrested or faking being in handcuffs when the official police report said that they were arrested and listed them by name. It's just, we're in fairy tale land. We're in La La Land. Anyway, the rest of this article is ridiculous. But, this is, I just can't with this fucking shit. I just can't. Right? She goes out there to do a demonstration for abortion rights. The best thing that people in Congress can do, in my opinion, is protest. Bring awareness to protests. That, in my opinion, given the Constitution of Congress right now, that's probably the best thing that they're capable of doing. And so the Republicans, they don't want that to be a thing. So they're going to make it all about how AOC's doing a drama theater or something. It's Looney Tunes. Right? It's Looney Tunes. I need you to understand, these people are so... But again, it's the magical thinking, right? In a country where 81% of people believe in God, right? You can convince these motherfuckers of anything. You can convince these motherfuckers of anything. The sky is 75, and, you know, my dog's name is, right? Like, you can convince people of anything in this fucking post-truth era. Like, I can't. It really is just so, it's mind-numbing. It's mind-numbing.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Like, it's mind-numbing. I just can't. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Oh. Ed Hillary, are you pretending to be dumb? Or is this like, did you wander into like, are you like one of the old folks who like wandered out of the bingo hall? It's not even petty. It's not even petty. Like, it's wrong to suggest that this is petty. It's just, it's lying because they can. For no other reason other than they can. Like, I could lie to you right now and say, like, I just won the lottery, I'm a multimillionaire, and I'm gonna spend that money on, you know, I don't know. I could lie. I could just lie. I can get up here and lie if I wanted to. There's no reason to lie, right? Because that's just antithetical to who I am. But it's obvious she faked it. Defending her makes you sound like the thin blue line bullshit folks defending Uvalde.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
So AOC putting her hands behind her back when police told her to, and acknowledging that police arrested her and told her to do that, is like defending the thin blue line. My man, like, you gotta go in the corner for that one. Jesus fucking Christ. Go in the corner and count to 500, my man. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. Like, but this is what I mean though. Like, people will just lie. They will just say the most obnoxious bullshit. And that's it. Like, there's no part two. It's step one, say obnoxious bullshit. Step two, that's it. Like, I could say something like, Ed Hillary, you saying that is like, you know, a Venusian, like, space traveler, like, going to Mars, and, like, what? Like, it doesn't mean anything. Like, I can just, like, say a bunch of, like, stupid, it's creative writing is what it is. Like, you saying that AOC is faking handcuffs, I mean, you might as well be saying that volcanoes spit out cotton candy. Like, I mean, I don't even know. I'm accidentally adding, like, logic to it, because both are equally illogical, but... Like, she's faking being handcuffed, and yet she does this. Like, yes, I'm handcuffed, so I'm gonna do this. Right? Like, notice this arm behind here, this arm right here. I'm handcuffed. I'm pretending, everyone. Look at how I'm pretending. Like, it's the dumbest shit in the world, man. It's the dumbest shit in the world. Holy fucking shit. Alright. So there's a bill that passed the House to codify marriage equality. And CNN reported about where the 50 GOP senators stand. So I want to read this article. CNN asked all 50 GOP senators if they will support the same-sex marriage bill. Here's where they stand. 10 GOP senators are needed to join all 50 Democrats in order to overcome a legislative filibuster. The filibuster's fake. It's not real, by the way. They could just not acknowledge it. 50 Democrats plus the tie break of Kamala Harris could just overrule the filibuster. It's not real. It's not in the Constitution. They made it up. But in support of the House passed bill to codify same-sex marriage into federal law, CNN asked all 50 Republicans where they stand on the legislation. It's not yet clear how many Republicans will support the bill, but Gopp and Democratic senators said Wednesday they can expect it could eventually win the 60 votes needed. Here's what we found. I'm going to go out there and say, spoiler alert, it probably won't happen. 4 Republican senators so far have either said they will support it or will likely support it. What does that mean? All right, so yes, Susan Collins of Maine is a yes on the bill, one of the co-sponsors. Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, likely a yes. What does that mean? You know what? I'm leaning in favor of marriage equality, but I really don't know. She said she is open to hearing more about it. What is there to hear? I don't know, Rob Portman of Ohio is a yes on the bill. Tom Tillis of North Carolina said he probably will support a bill. What does that mean? No. Bill Cassidy, John Cornyn, Ted Cruz, Lindsey Graham, Josh Hawley, Jim Inhofe, Marco Rubio, Roger Wicker. These are all fucking crazy psychopath fascists that want to create an apartheid state just like they used to have back before the 1964 Civil Rights Act. That's what they're going for. And getting rid of marriage equality is one step into creating that apartheid system. I need you to understand, these people are insane. Undecided or did not indicate support. They're undecided. They just don't know. I need you to... being undecided, right, is oh, what do we have for breakfast today? Toast or a fucking muffin? That's undecided. That's something you can be undecided. Right? Should gay people be second-class citizens? I just don't know. Richard Burr is undecided. What? Roy Blunt said he isn't sure. Mike Braun of Indiana, he's going to wait until the bill is brought to the Senate floor. Then he'll look at it. Why not look at it now? What? Okay. Joni Ernst of Iowa is keeping an open mind. Notice the thesaurus at play here. There's a fucking, there's a big thesaurus going on. Ron Johnson, I have not fully reviewed it. Cynthia Loomis, she's waiting to read it. Rand Paul hasn't had a chance to look at it yet. Mitch McConnell saying, I'm gonna delay announcing anything on the issue until we see what the majority leader wants to put on the floor. Mitt Romney, it's not something I've given consideration to at this stage. Mike Rounds hasn't looked at the bill. Rick Scott wants to wait and see. Dan Sullivan has to review it. John Thune, he will take a hard look at this. They're all saying the same thing, but they're just whipping out the they're all in a room, right? And they're passing the thesaurus around. All right. So John Thune's got the hard look. Dan Sullivan's got has to review it. Rick Scott, what do you want? You want to wait and see, or do you want to see and wait? All right, now you'll do wait and see. All right, and that means I'll do see and wait. What? Pat Toomey hasn't looked at the bill yet. Tommy Tuberville told CNN on Wednesday he'd like to wait and look at the entire bill. Todd Young says he hasn't read it yet. The details are really important. The details. And then the rest haven't responded. I need you to understand these motherfuckers are insane. I need... There is nothing to look at. There's nothing to look at. Everything's fine. It's, do you want gay people to be second-class citizens? Yes or no? It's not a, It's not a, It's not a, I gotta wait and see, Should gay people be second-class citizens or have equal rights? What do you think? Well, I'm going to take a long, hard look at that. I need you to understand, Republicans are fucking stupid. They're insane. They're psychopaths. What this means is they'll probably, if they want to, make optics be something that it's a concern, they'll probably hit, 58 votes. And then the other two will back out. And then they're good. That's the most likely scenario, or it's just they're going to go with the 54 votes. Or 53. Joe Manchin's going to say, oh, well, you know what? People of West Virginia, what do they have to say? Jesus fucking Christ, man. We got some psychos. 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 Folks, I have to go and pee. I have to pee. I drank a lot of water this morning. I have to pee. So, I'll be right back. Just give me like 2 minutes. 3 minutes tops. I'm back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Above It All broadcast. Emphasis on broad. We got Max the dog here, featured guest, which you cannot see. Maxie, say hello. Say hello. Come on up, pup. Come on up, pup. Maxie, come on up. Come on up. Come on up. What do you want from me? What do you want? Come on up! Come on! Ah! What do you want? You're so weird. This is Max the dog, folks. You know what? He's a little bit of a doggy dog. Let me tell you. Goddamn Spyro the Dragon. Am I right, people? Oh. Alright. I got 3 statuses on this screen. I've got starting soon, please wait. Ending soon, please wait. And be right back, y'all. So if you see this screen, whichever one of these is up indicates the direction of the program. I wash the shit out of my hands. Just kidding, I don't wash my hands when I pee. Why would I? The only times I wash my hands, before I go somewhere, after I come home, after I shit. Those are the times I wash my hands. Sometimes I'll wash my hands, like, you know, in the morning or before bed. Why waste the soap otherwise? Soap's a valuable fucking resource. I don't need to be wasting that shit. Anyway. So I want to weigh in. Once again, I want to weigh in. How is the Pennsylvania Senate race going? How's it going? Does anyone know? Well, let's take a look at what John Fetterman has to say in response to the codification of equal rights when it comes to marriage. So, there was a report that says, some of the undecideds, blah, 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 I would like to seat on the floor, blah, 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 blah. John Fetterman says, undecided on marriage equality? Come on. When it comes to LGBTQIA plus rights, I will be very clear where I stand in favor of equal protection under the law, always. So I wanted to say this first, because that's what I was just covering. But also, let's take a look at the meme war. I saw this pop up. In fact, I'm going to follow Dr. Oz. Like, I'm just so interested in what this guy has to say. But anyway, this, like, graphic, I don't even know, like, what this is. Like, it looks...
and what Bernie's doing...
He looks like the, like... You know, like that fucking guy who's, like, the proto Hank Hill in Beavis and Butthead? And, you know, whenever he talks, right? Like, he shakes. And then also, like, the principal in Beavis and Butthead as well. Like, they, like... A lot of these characters in Beavis and Butthead have this weird thing where they, like, shake and, like, the lines around them. Right? Like, it's, and that's, like, I think what they're going for here. Anyway, let's see. John Fetterman, quote, or colon, straight up crazy.
And what Bernie's doing, what Bernie wants to do for the United States, I want to do here in Pennsylvania.
And that's it. Now, first of all, the cut here is really weird. The audio quality is really weird. But, like, it just cuts. Like, there's no, like the music cuts, like it could have cut the quote, and then the music finished up the piano bit, and then said, like, Dr. Oz for the U.S. Senate or something. Like, so just on that level, on the editing level, this is just a bad ad, right? It's just really bad. But also, like, I've got this other one pointed up. This one's just great. So, this is now again, Dr. Oz is trying to say that John Fetterman is in the same category as the most popular senator in U.S. history. As if that's a bad thing. So anyway, this is like a Step Brothers edit. And then John Fetterman responds, graphic design is my passion. Motherfucker, I can't. But then it gets better. Bradshaw Taylor's version on Twitter says, I wish I could vote for you. You have my vote in spirit. John Fetterman responds to a random person, is that because you're a New Jersey resident too? Motherfucker, I'm done. I can't with this fucking shit. John Fetterman is so good. He's so good. I mean, if we're talking about, like, any candidate that gives me hope for the future, John Fetterman might be the best Democrat running for anything. He's nailing it. Oh my god. Like, the memes are on point. It's just so good. Like, it's multi-layer, right? John Fetterman, the one layer is he's weaponizing memes, which is great. The other layer is he's just trashing the fuck out of his opponent nonstop and with no remorse. Right? That's why it's so good, right? Like, if Bernie Sanders used a lot of memes too in his campaign in 2020, but he did not have that same, like, trashing the opponents kind of thing going on. John Fetterman played that game pretty well in the Democratic primary. I think it was like, what was that? The other guy, like Connor Lamb or something, was a fucking corporate stooge, right? But, like, against the Republican, he's no holds barred. It really is. Like, just brutally mocking this guy, making fun of everything this guy's ever been involved in. It's hilarious. It is incredible. I mean, again, like, that's the kind of thing that every Democrat everywhere needs to be doing. Brutally harassing your opponent, mocking them, making fun of them, make them cry on television. Fuck these motherfuckers. So anyway, I gotta weigh into the Fetterman race more often because it's just great. I'm a huge fan. Big fan. As a former New Jersey resident, born and raised there for the first 18 years of my life, I must say, Dr. Oz, not so bright. Like, again, I mean, like, Dr. Oz on New Jersey local, like, TV stations and, like, all that, Dr. Oz would go on everywhere, all the time. I've seen this guy all throughout my childhood. And to be honest with you, not impressed. I'm not impressed. So, of course, I endorse Mr. Fetterman. It's just really great. It's very funny. Do I play Digimon cards? I was never into Digimon. The only Digimon thing I've ever been involved with was Digimon World, the original, on PlayStation. I played that game. To be honest, I did not understand it at all. I got stuck on like the third area. But I loved the music in that game. In fact, I should go... I have it somewhere, I think. Do I? I don't know. Maybe I don't. But I should go play that game. It's a good game. But I've never played Digimon cards. I never watched the cartoon. I just skipped that one. I was into Pokemon. Pokemon was like a B tier for me. I like Pokemon. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh's my S tier. Like I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of my favorite things in the world as far as like any media. Like if I were to make a list of the most important media to me, Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be like top 5, maybe even number 1. It's just, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! To death. Pokemon, I was into it. You know, I like the games. I like collecting the cards. But I never understood how to play the Pokemon card game. I also had no friends to play with. Digimon, I just skipped Digimon, you know. Though I did play Digimon World. I have respect for Digimon. I just missed the boat. I'll do that tomorrow, Bob. Keep it spread out the content, you know. Keep a steady stream. It's like fucking cars and the sun is like fucking reflecting off the fucking window. Your hot trans goof says, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! So she's toxic? I don't know anything about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. I never played the card game with other people because I had no friends. So, I don't know what that's in reference to. But I do love Yu-Gi-Oh! So, if that's something I'll have to accept, I'll accept it. Alright. So we're getting into the movies and television portion of the program, folks. That's right, the news? Fuck the news. It's over. Fuck these goddamn news stories. Fuck these motherfucking news stories. Let's get some goddamn movie reviews going. Got 2 of them lined up for you. Got 2 of these fucking things lined up. They were lined down, and then I brought them up, and now they're lined up. Any Jimmy Dore news? If you want me to cover Jimmy Dore, send me some Jimmy Dore clips that are embarrassing, and I'll cover it. But I don't seek, like, it's not like I'm watching Jimmy Dore's show, and then, like, you know, like, I completely viewer submitted. I'm not interested in that. But if you see something, feel free to DM it to me on Twitter. That's where I am most likely to see it. Johnny, too late. Check this out. Johnny, too late. Check this out. Right? Yeah. That's right. I'm gonna give this motherfucker a heart attack. Oh, Christ almighty. Alright, I hope that proves that I am, in fact, toxic. I hope that that's been proven here. Oh. Oof. Yikes. Arg! Arg! Alright. So the other day, once again, for the first time, whenever I'm watching a lot of movies for the first time. I've never really used to be a big movie person. Kind of, a little bit. But I'm watching some classics recently. The other day I watched Independence Day. Never seen it before. You know, as far as I'm concerned, this is a new movie. So Independence Day is a movie. Well, first of all, it exists. It's you can look it up and watch it online, or you can buy it on like a disc and put the disc in a machine, and then the movie will play. So it's a movie. And so this movie, it's got like a lot of cool stuff in it, but it's also got a lot of really cringy stuff in it. Like the American exceptionalism in this movie, I mean, it's like dialed up to 11, right? So the whole thing takes place in the first week of July, right? And like they kill the aliens on July 4th, and then the speech at the end, this is the new Independence Day worldwide. Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie, it was cringy as hell. That said, the aliens, like the design of the aliens, pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good. Right, the alien spaceships, pretty fucking good. The action sequences, pretty fucking good. And most of the characters are pretty good. You got Billiam Smith in this film, who like is like some army guy. And then like he leaves his family in like the city where the aliens blow it up, and then thinks his family's dead, but they made it out, I guess. You got the drunk. My favorite character was like the drunk crop duster who like flies planes while like shit-faced. I loved that character, who claimed that aliens abducted him like 10 years ago and he wants revenge against the aliens, but like he's an alcoholic and he's just drunk all the time. And it's just hilarious. I mean, that's my favorite character. If I were to pick out a favorite character, favorite story, that's it. Then you got like Jeff Goldblum in this movie, who's like the dorky ex-husband of like the White House chief of staff, who tries to like, he's like a scientist or whatever. And he's trying to get the president to like listen to some stuff, and the president actually listens, right? Anyway, this movie, it's hard to review. I really like, it's like an action movie where it's like, oh, and then the space laser goes bow, and then the right, like that. I could do that kind of movie review. Like the giant discs have the space laser that go like bow, right? And then the American military is like bah, 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 and then they have shields that go like bang, 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 right? Like what is there to say in this movie? But you know what? It's a fun movie. It's not funny. I mean, there's a couple of funny lines in it. But it's a fun movie. It you just gotta like get past like the super American exceptionalism, like July 4th will be Independence Day in the whole world. Like lay off it a little bit, buddy. Like the idea that the alien, first of all, it's a movie, right? So it's like they wrote the movie to be that cringy. You know what I mean? Like they wrote that, like, but like in the universe of the movie, the aliens deciding to like kind of destroy you on July 2nd and then you winning the war on July 4th. That's just a coincidence, bro. Like I don't know what. But anyway, so that whole scene, Jesus. But overall, this movie was fun. It's like 2.5 hours. It's long. It's fun. It's enjoyable. Some like Jeff Goldblum's character is great. His dad, who's like just like the old guy, is the best character in this movie, I gotta say. It was so good. It was so good. Like, so Jeff Goldblum's character, his dad, who just follows him around because why not, is just like constantly saying the most hilarious fucking shit. Like, I mean, honestly, the movie is worth watching. I would watch a spin-off where it's just Jeff Goldblum and his father, like, just driving a car through, like, a crowded city. And then, like, I would just watch, like, an hour. Like, how Jerry Seinfeld's got, like, the comedians in cars getting coffee show? I want those two characters to do that kind of show, because that was just fucking hilarious. I loved those characters. Anyway, this movie, pretty good. Is it great? Nah. Is it like an all-time great? Nah. But it's good. I mean, I enjoyed it. The aliens are cool. The alien logic is cool. The Area 51 stuff is cool. The spaceships are cool. Like, the plot is pretty cool. But again, like, there's just a little bit too much of that, like, hyper macho military stuff for me. But you know what? That's just my opinion. Anyway, Independence Day. It's a film. It's a movie, actually. It's a motion picture. Yeah, if you think Jimmy Dore is left-wing, like, you just don't know what words mean, right? Like, Jimmy Dore constantly on a show, anti-union, anti-Medicare for all, anti-vax, anti-COVID, anti-trans, anti-gay. That's all his show is, right? Like, if that's all left-wing to you, I mean, your political compass is so broken. It's so broken that, like, you'd have to travel to the future. Like, you know, in Back to the Future, where they have to like repair the DeLorean with like 1950s technology, right? And like you can't do it with the 1880s technology, right? So they have to use like a train or something, right? You know that, right? You'd have to go into the future to develop technology. Like 1,000 years from now, maybe they will develop technology for you to fix your broken political compass. He is pro Medicare for all? Obviously not. Right? He was against Medicare for all in the 2020 primaries. He was promoting candidates that were against Medicare for all. He endorses candidates that were against Medicare for all. The one time we had any universal health care measure in the United States was the vaccine policy. He was against that. He's against Medicare for all. You can say, I'm for this, but actions speak louder than words. Like, if I say, I'm not patting my head right now, would you believe me? No. Why would you ever suggest I'm patting my head? What evidence do you have? Obviously, I'm not. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not patting my head. Yeah, I mean, right, you're the kind of person that you would, yeah. Andrea, she is not patting her head. She has never patted her head. I don't even know what you're talking about. And then the evidence, you would post this video of me doing this as evidence that I'm not patting my head. So I don't know what to tell you. When has AOC ever voted against universal health care? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, these right-wingers, man, they're just so fucking stupid. Like, it's the alternate reality thing, right? It's like the mass formation psychosis, right? They live in, like, another world. When has she voted for it? It hasn't come up, you dumb motherfucker. Do you know how Congress works? You think that there's going to be a universal health care bill that's going to come up and AOC is going to vote against it? Like, wow. I mean, dumb motherfucker. But again, it's that mass psychosis thing where it's like these people, like, they've got a whole media apparatus that feeds them disinformation. Right? They've got, like, Breitbart, they've got, like, Fox News, they've got Daily Wire, they've got, like, the Jimmy Dore Show. It feeds them an alternate way to see the world. Like, the sky is green, the grass is orange, right? Like the world is just, it's the upside down. They live in another reality. But then they'll, like, go into the real world and they'll act as if, like, oh yeah, did you know? The sky is actually green. The government doesn't want you to know the sky is green. Like, it's, and they don't realize, they think that they're the ones, they think that they're the ones who are onto something. No, the sky's green. Everyone else is lying. I should do a segment on how to identify a grifter. I mean, I've done segments like that before, but, you know, of course, in the mountain, when you upload, like, fucking 10 videos a day, that shit gets lost pretty easily, but... yeah, a grifter is just someone that lies. Right? Like, they just lie for money. It's that simple. Imagine being 63 years old and thinking the sky is green. Like, that's embarrassing. But anyway, like, I have, like, average 40 viewers, right? If I wanted to, I could lie. I could lie every day. I could just, whenever, just pick a point in time and just start lying every day. Now, there's going to be a certain percentage of my viewers that are going to realize I'm lying. Like, I could sell out to the right and say, like, you know what, Dr. Oz, he's kind of a great guy. You know, I could do that whole thing, and I could lie. Or I could, like, become, like, a corporate Democrat, you know, whatever team I want to cheerlead for. There's going to be a certain percentage that would just say, all right, that's, you know what, I'm done, unsubscribe. But there's going to be a certain percentage that sticks around. Those are the true believers, the diehards, right? And then right? That group of a core audience that would stick around and listen to the lies, and then like they would be brought into a psychotic alternate world, right? But then what that does is it opens the gate for me to get other people that are already in that psychotic world. That's why you see these people like Jimmy Dore, who like 5 years ago they pretend to be left wing, and now they're just full on right wing, right? They just lie and lie and lie, right? Most of their audience is like, eh. But there's going to be that core audience that keeps them relevant, and then that core audience is going to bring them to another audience that's already primed in that psychotic worldview. So that's what a grifter is. Someone that lies for money. Scene with a first lady and a stripper. Yeah, that was great. Oh, that scene in Independence Day where the dog is running from the explosion. Oh my god. But yeah, that's what a grifter is. Someone that takes advantage of their audience. Like, it's like the Donald Trump thing. Like, Donald Trump scams his own audience all the time because he knows his audience will listen to whatever he says. And if you have someone that's going to, no matter what, you can say whatever you want and they will believe you, that is a powerful weapon. That is a powerful weapon. That's why, like, when Donald Trump was doing the Save America Fund, right? But, like, all donations under, like, $70,000 were just sent to the Save America PAC for his war chest. And then if you donate, like, $70,001, I forget what the number was, right? Then it'll go into this other fund, which, by the way, just got absolved and turned into the, you know, like, if you've got an audience that will listen to literally anything you say, and they've got money, and they're willing to give you that money, fuck, man. Anyway, I got another movie review. So, last night I got really fucking high. I was scrolling through for, like, horror movies I've never heard of. Empty Man. Empty Man. This is like a Candyman inspired thing. First of all, horror movies are notorious for being short. It's kind of hard to, like, I don't know why that is. I think that this movie is like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something. Right? Most horror movies I've seen are like 80 minutes to like 100 minutes, right? So, this is a pretty long horror movie. But anyway, it's kind of like a Candyman thing, right? Like, you blow into a bottle and then, like, the empty man, like, whatever. So, I gotta say, this movie, there's a couple elements to it that are pretty great. One, the artsy-fartsy shit. This movie is so artsy. Like, the camera, like, loves to get, like, the cinematic, like, backgrounds, right? Like, the editing, like, the scene transition. It's very artsy, this movie. It's very artsy, and I enjoyed that. So, you know how in horror movies, usually they've got, like, the first victim before the main movie? Right? Like, in slasher movies, it'll be, like, someone. Like, usually it's, like, 5 to 10 minutes. Right? Someone gets killed, and that establishes who the slasher is, or whatever. And then the main characters get in, and then, you know, it's like the school bus with all the main characters, and then they die slowly over time. So, this movie's opening sequence is like 22 minutes or something. I remembered, like I thought that was the whole movie. I thought that there was no opening sequence. But then, like, I've seen enough horror movies that I'm primed for opening sequences like that. So, like, part of me was like, this is like 20 minutes long. Are these the characters? Like, is this movie just has no opening? But then, like, you know, around 22 minutes in, those characters die, and then the main characters get introduced. So I just want to say, I love that. I love that, because I was thinking that they were subverting the trope, but then the trope was subverted and then subverted again. So anyway, Empty Man. So then the main characters start, basically an ex-cop is, like, trying to track down, like, his ex-stepdaughter or something, because they're divorced, but, like, I don't know. Who, like, ran away. And so then they find out that, like, that he asked, like, one of her friends, like, oh, do you know what happened? And And the friend says that they did like this empty man bullshit a couple days ago. So then like he's trying to figure out what the fuck this empty man thing is. He finds this cult, like this pseudo-religious cult. And then like the cult is like doing this like big, like it's kind of like this Buddhist kind of thing where it's like there's just one consciousness. We're all part of one consciousness, right? That kind of stuff. And it's pretty cool. It gets into like there's no such thing as time. There's no such thing as reality, right? I thought that was pretty cool. They were throwing a bunch of like super interesting stuff at it. And then I don't want to spoil the ending. Like this movie is long. Like again, for a horror movie, most horror movies are not this long. This is like almost 2.5 hours. It's a long movie for a horror movie. And like the ending, there's a lot going on in the ending. There's a lot going on in the ending. Not all of it I think is good, but I think it's good enough. But basically there's a big twist. I don't even want to spoil it. I want you to watch the movie if this sounds interesting to you. But again, it's one of those horror movies that's basically like Candyman, but like updated for a modern audience. But with, you know, different vibes. It throws in that spirituality stuff, which I'm into. I'm into it. I like it. I thought this movie was good. Is it great? No. Is it the best horror movie ever made? No. But it's good. It is a solid horror film. Is it scary? I mean, my opinion on horror is it doesn't have to be scary. I don't think I have the palate to judge whether or not this is scary, to be honest with you. There's really no jump scares in this movie that I can recall. But there's lots of like tense scenes. So maybe it's scary, I'm not sure. But it's a good fucking movie. I'd say if you like horror and you've seen a lot of already like great horror movies, this movie, it's going to be good. I recommend it if you're into that kind of thing. So I want to tell a story real quick before I end the show. And that story involves 3 messages from our local dumbass, our Daily Dullard. So I'm going to put these 3 messages on screen. And I want you to just read this and try not to laugh. Like, try not to laugh. Like, this is someone who claims to be 63, by the way. Let me find that one. Fucking 63 years old. I really... Like, this is the state of American education. This is the state of American education, okay? In general, the right is usually better economically and in foreign policy. Now, both of those statements are untrue. Both of those statements are untrue. The right created trickle-down economics, which has caused 3 recessions since Ronald Reagan was elected. So, already, wrong. And in foreign policy. Now, what are we talking about when we say right and left? This is why, again, mass formation psychosis. Ed Hillary is in another universe. Okay, in another universe. With the exception of Iraq and Afghanistan, every other American war began with Democrats. So, starting off, the right is the Republican Party, which is correct. Then, the language changes from right-left to Republican-Democrat. And then he says, the Civil War, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, all under Democratic leadership. Now, again, the right is the Republican Party now. There was a party switch. There was a party switch in the 20th century. The right-wingers went to the Republican Party, and the left-wingers, or at least the left wing of the political spectrum in the United States, went to the Democratic Party. But again, I need you to understand the intensity of this stupidity. Right? The right is better at foreign policy. Now, first of all, the Civil War is not foreign policy, right? That's literally domestic policy. But I need you to understand, this is what American education presents. Where you think Democrats in 1850 are left-wingers. That's the world that this person lives in. They live in another world. It's psychosis. It is psychosis. What is the dictionary definition of psychosis? It's seeing things that aren't there. It's psychosis. This is what happens when you defund education. This is what happens when you defund education in this country. You get people like Ed Hillary, who thinks the Democratic Party in 1850 was left-wing. The party of slaves and slave ownership was left-wing. Do I need to have another argument? Like, again, there is nothing you can do. There is nothing. This guy is 63 years old. There is no deprogramming to happen. They're gone. They're gone. Their brain is turned to mush decades ago. Decades ago. Probably all that lead in the gasoline and in the paint. This guy is gone. But this could be a cautionary tale. Right, a cautionary tale for y'all, why I think education is a huge issue in this country, right? Because the lack of education leads to this kind of stuff, where people like that have never read a history book, they don't know anything about history, facts, logic, events, the world you live in, what color the sky is. It's all up for debate in a post-truth world. And again, this is what happens when you defund education. Ed Hillary, gone. Cautionary tale. Our goal in society is to produce less of these dumb motherfuckers. That's our goal in society. To prevent any more of these people. The people in school right now, I hope to God they don't grow up to be this fucking guy. The Civil War was caused by left-wing Democrats. Like, there is nothing you can say to this kind of person. This is a lost soul, folks. This is a lost fucking soul. The Daily Goddamn Dullard. Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Anyway, folks, that's the show. Thank you all for watching. That's it. Y'all, once again, there's no point in arguing with stupid motherfuckers. The only thing that you can gain when a stupid motherfucker enters the chat is to turn them into content and to make fun of them for money, views, and the entertainment of other people. You're not going to get in. This guy is 63 years old. You're not getting in. I'm telling you, you are not getting in. You are not going to plant a seed. You are not going to change their mind. The best and only thing you can do is use this guy's lack of any education as a cautionary tale for how we should move forward with society. That's it. Anyway, that's it. Bye-bye. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ. The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right?
What rules, you sons of bitches?
Read the polls, Jack. You guys are all the same.
All of a sudden, we can't talk about Neanderthal DNA anymore.
Here I am, Nancy Pelosi, saying this country needs a strong Republican Party, and we do.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, well,
I went in yesterday and there was a television screen, and I said, this is genius. I went in yesterday and there was a television screen, and I said, this is genius.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get this sentence out. We can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
Force the vote, sure, was a failure.
They're coming all over the place.
Antifa exists.